Welcome to GOAT James Kingdom, where basketball lives forever. Here in GOAT James Kingdom, we attack the GOAT debate head on, where we challenge all Michael Jordan fans and all LeBron detractors to who is the GOAT of basketball. You can catch us every Sunday noon Eastern Time, right here on the GOAT James Kingdom channel, for the GOAT James Kingdom show with B. Lee and Ajani. Also, we go live Friday nights with the Friday Night Exposure with the Exposer, where you catch special shows and content as a GOAT James Kingdom follower and subscriber. Also, check out the GOAT James Kingdom membership, where you can get exclusive content.
Malika, can I take a moment?
It's all yours.
Flowers? Thank you, Adam Silver. The play-in tournament has been the best thing that has happened to the NBA in the last 10 years. Right? Think about it. At these moments, especially when I was playing, this was a dead period. Like, no one cared. Guys were resting. Guys were planning trips to go to Cancun. Now, all of a sudden, we're here, and we still don't know what's going to happen in the Western Conference. Now we're here, and over the last month or so, guys have been playing playoff basketball. The Warriors have been in the playoffs since they got Jimmy Butler, to be honest with you. So it's nothing new. And when I think about the Warriors and I think about how they're playing, they only can control what they can control. That's getting the win against Portland, handling their business tonight, and getting another must-win Sunday against the Clippers, which is going to be a brawl for it all. But if they get in that 6th seed, the Lakers are in trouble because the Warriors will beat them. But again, shout out to Adam Silver, best commissioner in sports. The addition of the play-in tournament has been beautiful and the best thing that happened to the game of basketball.
Welcome to GOAT James Kingdom. Welcome. I am Ajani the Exposer, and y'all have now been exposed by the Exposer. I appreciate it. And enjoy. I am called Ajani the Exposer. You guys are being exposed today.
Your opinion, I guess.
Move on from it. It was the 90s. That's it, bro. Move on from that. You don't know history. You don't know basketball. You just told me I'm stupid. But look how stupid you look because you don't know
I know all this
basketball. You don't know history. You don't know jamming. You don't know schematics. You don't know coaching. You don't know scouting. You don't know drafting. You don't know nothing but that Michael Jordan's great because the media said you that. They told you to say that. I know that is recorded, and you are officially being exposed by the Exposer, and you're going to sit there like a man and take this just like Buddy did 2 weeks ago.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Hey, get your numbers up. I had to get my numbers up.
Here's Ajani. Peace and blessings, y'all. Welcome to the Friday Night Exposure with the Exposer. I'm your host, Ajani the Exposer, coming live and direct straight off of the GOAT James Kingdom platform. Y'all already know what to do. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Don't be afraid to check out the GOAT James Kingdom membership as our channel and our content continues to grow. And we want to shout out to all the GOAT James Kingdom members for supporting us here in GOAT James Kingdom. Shout out to you, Wayne Gantler, as usual, for supporting me here on a Friday night. But peace and blessings to y'all again. It is the Friday Night Exposure with the Exposer, where I come directly for my fans and directly to basketball fans because, ladies and gentlemen, Friday night basketball tonight is probably one of the best Friday night basketballs we're going to ever see. And hopefully you're at home watching some games because there are some crucial games going on because we've had a wild and crazy NBA season. And it's only right that we, have tonight's show to discuss it. Because there's a lot of things that's going to happen. There's so many different things that are going on. the play-in tournament or the play-in for the playoffs, it's phenomenal. It's a great idea. I mean, we got some great matchups that's possibly ready to be set up here for after tonight, after a few games that are actually underway right now. So if you are paying attention, there are some games underway right now. You can look down here at the ticker and you'll see which games are available. You can go watch it for yourself while you're watching me here on a Friday night. But it's been a crazy, crazy NBA season, ladies and gentlemen. It's been so many story headlines, so many things, so many great moments, so many great basketball rivalries brewed up throughout the season. It's just been phenomenal, man. It's just been great. Let me give a shout out to Aaron, who's back in the building as a GOAT James Kingdom member. Salute to you, brother. Peace and blessings, man. Thank you for joining me. Another GJK member in the building. We're good, Marcus. We out here doing big things, all right? Shout out to you, brother. Peace and blessings to you as well. Obviously, Twin Man is in the building. Shout out to you, brother. Peace and blessings. We definitely doing it up. Oh, chefing it up tonight. My boy Juan Boy is in the building. Shout out to you. Peace and blessings to y'all. Indeed, man. Shout out to you, Aaron. Thank you for coming back and becoming a member. Indeed, that is a blessing to keep having y'all around. And we're going to keep doing things for y'all. Y'all make sure to reach out to us at goatjameskingdom@gmail.com or goatjameskingdomshow@gmail.com. Either one of those two emails as a GOAT James Kingdom member will definitely be more than glad to take care of y'all. Shout out to Jay Hollywood, who's in the building. Salute GJK. Excited to hear what you think of the Lakers-Warriors matchup in theory. Yes, that's obviously something that we're going to be able to discuss here. Peace and blessings, Daniel. Thank you for joining me again. Yes, what's good, y'all? So, yeah, we're going to have some fun. We're going to talk about the game of basketball. How can I forget my boy Zero in the building? Shout out to Zero. All right, we also got Mikael, if I'm saying it correct, Mikael from Greece in the building, ladies and gentlemen. We are worldwide. Shout out to everybody who's supporting us. Y'all make sure to hit that like button. And also, check us out on FYF Sports Debates because we are live on FYF Sports Debate as well. So, again, yeah, we're here for another Friday night. The playoffs, the playoffs are about to get crazy, ladies and gentlemen. It's about to get crazy. Shout out to West Coast, who's also another GOAT James Kingdom member. Peace, brother. Peace. What's good? He said, this is your GJK Secretary of Defense, West Coast, sending a happy Friday to President Exposer, GJK members in the chat. Hit that like button and subscribe. Indeed, man. Shout out to you, brother. I appreciate the love and support, brothers. But yeah, it's a crazy NBA season, man. It's a crazy NBA season, and I'm looking at some of the games that are going on right now. So if we got some games that are going on right now, we got Atlanta Hawks right now. They're facing against the Philadelphia 76ers. There's 4 minutes left to go in that game. They're up 115-102. We got the Orlando Magic, who's blowing out the Indiana Pacers. Looks like the Indiana Pacers are just shoving it for the year as they're resting majority of their players, and they're getting blown out as they're probably looking to settle in at the 4th seed. Then we got the Bucks going up against the Pistons, which is a 113-106 matchup. The Bucks are up with 6 minutes to go in that game. And then we also got the Knicks playing against the Cavaliers, which should be the game everybody should be interested in because the Cavaliers have rested some players, but they're still playing. The Knicks is out here trying to hold on to the 3rd seed, and they're up 74-64 against the Cavaliers with 5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter there. Then we got Boston playing the Charlotte Hornets. That don't matter. My Miami Heat are up against the Pelicans. It really don't matter for my Heat. More than likely, we'll end up at the 10th seed because Chicago is up at halftime right now versus the Wizards. And if Chicago wins, it's an end for Miami. We'll be the 10th seed. So Chicago's up at half 58-43. Then we have the Dallas Mavericks, who's also fighting to stay in the 9th seed. They're 38-42 as the record. They're up 35-27 against the Raptors. And then we have the Nuggets tipping off against the Memphis Grizzlies, which is also a big matchup. We have the Timberwolves going up against the Brooklyn Nets, which is also a big matchup because of the Timberwolves, and we're going to discuss that. The Thunder playing the Jazz. No need to worry about that game. But the Warriors play the Blazers tonight. That's also a pivotal matchup. And then we have the Clippers in Sacramento, which is also another pivotal matchup for the playoffs. So, ladies and gentlemen, tonight is a nothing but great basketball on the menu. That's all we're going to talk about. Great basketball here tonight. Shout out to you, Najee, always representing the GOAT James Kingdom platform. Peace and blessings, brother. Indeed, it's about to be great basketball in here, ladies and gentlemen. Nuggets in the Grizzlies game. Yes, that's going to be great. There's going to be some great basketball. Shout out to you, Asante's in the building. Obviously, we know King John is in the building. Shout out to King John. Peace and blessings, man. Yes, I saw that team defense on Anthony Davis. I saw that. LeBron James decided to make jokes and poke fun at him all day long for that to happen. But again, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Friday Night Exposure with the Exposer. Again, we're talking about the wild and crazy. We're going to break down all these playoff predictions. I'm going to give you guys my prediction where the seeding is going to be at. It's going to be great. We're going to have fun. Again, I'm going to leave the ticker down at the bottom so you guys can keep an eye on the games that are available for you, that are interested for your teams and what you have as far as, basketball. Because, again, this is what we do here in GOAT James Kingdom. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Don't be afraid to be a member of the channel because we're going to continue to do great things for our members. As like I told you guys, we're going to watch the game Sunday night because Sunday night, y'all know Bronny's going to play, right? Because more than likely the Lakers are going to win tonight, right? The Lakers are going to win their game. And I didn't mention the Laker game tonight. I forgot to mention that game tonight. The Lakers actually play tonight as well at 10:30. So you got the Lakers versus the Rockets, but the Rockets are not playing none of their starters. So the Lakers should get that victory tonight. And you got the Suns and the Spurs. That game's not going to mean anything. So with that being said, the Lakers are going to be the third seed, right? So we're going to have a Bronny James matchup because he's definitely going to get a lot of minutes on the last game versus Portland. So we're going to watch that as GOAT James Kingdom members. Become a member of the channel, and you'll be able to watch that with us on Sunday night. But before I get to going about the rest of the stuff that we do here in GOAT James Kingdom, I also wanted to bring up something about, because again, we're all over the place, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys do not know, we're on TikTok, we're on Discord, we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, we're everywhere. Shout out to everybody who's watching us on Instagram as well as we're live now on Instagram. We're on Twitter, we're on Discord, we're right here. We're even on Playback TV. So usually I scroll around and I try to find things to watch or to just to keep my mind entertained with basketball. And because of that, I go on TikTok and I went on a live the other day. And when I was on a TikTok live the other day, I got into Vision's live. Shout out to Vision on TikTok. And Vision had some guys up there discussing obviously the same thing they always discuss, Michael Jordan and LeBron James. And they were discussing the spacing between the 1986 Chicago Bulls versus Boston Celtics and the spacing versus the 2009 Eastern Conference Finals Cleveland Cavaliers versus the Orlando Magics. They had the nerve to state that Michael Jordan had less spacing to deal with in that series than LeBron James did in 2009 series, which is complete fallacy, ladies and gentlemen. And this is why, again, I keep telling you guys, GOAT James Kingdom exists, because you have a group of guys out here talking basketball and using fallacy. And what the TikTok guys love to do is because it's TikTok and most of the people who are on their phones on these lives, you don't have access to a computer most of the places and access to show all the stuff that you need to show. But here in GOAT James Kingdom, we actually going to show you things. That's why I always tell you guys, nobody wants to come on a Friday night and deal with me because I actually show proof what I talk about. I don't talk about things that I think about. I don't talk about things that I feel about. I tell you guys what I know. I tell you guys my objective take, and that's just the facts. And I'm going to bring facts always to the table. But when they had the nerve to discuss that there was more spacing in the 1900s, and in particular, when they want to talk about the 86 series with Michael Jordan compared to what LeBron James and the NBA was in the 2000s, they're completely wrong. Spacing in the 2000s was the least. There was no era where there was least spacing. And when we're talking about spacing, we're talking about the ability and the access to drive the basketball into driving lanes. That's the point of calling spacing, where the paint, you have access to get to the paint, which is basically driving lanes. All right. So we're going to discuss this because, again, these guys do not know how to talk basketball. And what I'm going to bring up for you guys, okay, and what I'm going to do for you guys is I'm going to bring up some plays here. This is from the 1986 playoffs, ladies and gentlemen. All right. This is from the 1986 playoffs. Right. And what we're going to watch here is the type of spacing that existed. When they always tell you, oh, the paint was clogged up, there was no driving lanes and all this other nonsense. All lies. So here it is here. We're going to look at how Boston creates space for Larry Bird. And what people fail to realize is here it is right here. If we pause it right here, Larry Bird has clear space. Not even Larry Bird, I'm sorry, Kevin McHale. On that right side of the court, that low block, there is nobody there. It's man-on-man coverage. The man who's guarding the ball cannot go below the free throw line without double teaming the man with the ball. So that means even at this point in time, he cannot double team Kevin McHale. The guys who are on the weak side here, which is the left block, these defenders for the Chicago Bulls are not allowed to get past and enter the paint and actually even defend the strong side. This is how space was created in the 80s. Had nothing to do with shooters and three-point shooting. This was space by rules. You see this much space being used and being actually there. So as you can see, the space is there, and you cannot double team the man without the ball. You cannot do that. You only can double team a man with the ball. So the Bulls cannot double team Kevin McHale until he actually gets the ball. Once Kevin McHale gets the ball, they send the double team. And now the Bulls have to rotate because now he's just going to pass it out because what? Now that turns what? Kevin McHale into a passer. Turns him into a playmaker because they double team him, right? Well, guess what? He makes the ball movement, and there you go. You get a shot off. The dude bricks it, and the Bulls go the other way. But when the Bulls go the other way, let me show you how they created space for Michael Jordan. So here, you can clearly see right here, they're setting up a play. You see this wingman, I think it's John Paxson, running on the right side block. He's running to the low block. Jordan has the ball, and he's going to the top of the key with the ball. They're going to set up a play. Once Michael Jordan is set to this point right here, they're going to take that same guard that's on that right side block, going to the strong side, and he's going to drag his defender to the weak side. Watch this. Boom. You see what he is doing? He is dragging that defender to the weak side. That defender has to either double team Michael Jordan from this point right here, right now, or stay with his man. If not, it's illegal defense. So what does he do? He moves out of Jordan's way and clears the lane for Michael Jordan. This is a clear lane. This is the space that Michael Jordan was bricking off the side of the glass versus Bill Walton, ladies and gentlemen. Talking about LeBron couldn't do nothing that. That is the spacing that we're talking about that existed in the 1900s due to illegal defense. We talked about this all the time in GOAT James Kingdom. We've done it all the time. Now, if we really want to go there, and if we bring up the LeBron James situation right here, if we bring up LeBron James in the 2009 playoffs, here it is here. I don't even have to go again more than one play into this, and we're going to instantly see the difference between the defense of the 2000s and the defense. And here it is right here, ladies and gentlemen. Right here, ladies and gentlemen, if this was the 1900s, all Mo Williams has to do is move further out to allow LeBron James to have a whole side of the floor to himself. Dwight Howard, all those defenders on the weak side would have to stay on that side of the floor because the rules would apply such. But because it's the 2000s and you were allowed to play zone defense and you're allowed to play wherever you wanted to play on the basketball court as a defense, you're going to see what? Dwight Howard set the defense up this way. So even when the Cavaliers try to set up one side of the floor for LeBron James, that's it. There's no space. There's no driving lane. LeBron James does not have the ability to drive anywhere because Dwight Howard is not guarding anybody, ladies and gentlemen. You cannot do this in 1986 versus Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan's never seen a team play this style of defense in his NBA career. Never. He's never seen that. And LeBron James has been seeing defense like this since 2007, ladies and gentlemen. This is why he's the greatest player to ever play, because under this predicament, you no longer become a scorer, you become a ball facilitator, and LeBron James is one of the greatest at it. And as you can see here, he finds a perfect pass and gets a basket. Something that Michael Jordan cannot do. He's not LeBron James. So when you guys want to sit here and go on these TikTok lives, lying to your fan base about illegal defense and telling people that you see them play zone defense, knowing they're not playing zone defense, that they're sticking a man, and because you're sagging off of a man does not mean you're in a zone. It clearly states and show it right here with film and footage that obviously LeBron James had less space to work with in the 2009 playoff series than Michael Jordan did in 1986. So with that being said, we're going to get back to today's program because I have to expose Zesty Jeffries for always lying, no matter if it's on TikTok, whether it's on YouTube, wherever you at. If I find you, I'm going to call you out for the nonsense because that's what I do best.
You have now been exposed by the exposer.
That's facts. That is facts. We see some more people here in the comments. We got Ochi Takes in the building. Shout out to Ochi Takes. That's right. LeBron James never saw space in legal defense provided. Exactly. Never saw that before. Shout out to you, OG Takes in the building. Shout out to all y'all who's in the building, man. Again, y'all representing like usual. I see my boy Mars in the building. Another GJK member doing big things. Darnell's in the building. Shout out to Darnell. Can't wait to see who the Cavs play in the first round. They're going to play my Miami Heat. What you mean? They're going to play the Heat. They're going to play my Miami Heat, man. That's what they finna play. They finna play the Heat. Yeah, I'm gonna watch the game with y'all here tonight. I mean, there's no really reason to watch it because from my understanding, Houston's not playing anybody tonight. They've benched everybody. They're gonna rest everybody. So, yeah. So I mean, the Lakers should get the victory tonight, get the 50 wins, get the 3rd seed, and move on. Right? It should be that. That's what it should be. Right? And back to tonight's program again, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Friday Night Exposure with the Exposer. This is why I come live and direct with y'all, because we don't lie in GOAT James Kingdom. We don't fabricate stuff, and we actually accept all challenges, and we open up the platform for all challenges. In fact, we are going on our 3rd year anniversary, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, our 3rd year anniversary. And we're going to celebrate with a GOAT James Kingdom contest, right? And this GOAT James Kingdom contest, right, is for GOAT James Kingdom members. All right, this is a way for Brandon and I to show our gratitude for all you guys who support us here. If you want to become a GOAT James Kingdom member, all you got to do is go to our homepage on YouTube. You'll see the Join tab. It'll ask you to become a member of the channel. And all GOAT James Kingdom members this Sunday on Sunday's show will be participants or eligible to be participants to be a part of this contest here. Well, all you got to do is choose your favorite GOAT James Kingdom show the past year. All right, just choose your favorite show that we had from April of last year to April of this year. Your favorite show. Debate why this is your favorite show. Okay, you can use clips, highlights of the show. You can discuss the show title, anything that you want to discuss pertaining to that particular show and why it's your favorite show. And the winner of that particular debate, all right, and once you're chosen as the winner, you will get $100 sent to you right here from GOAT James Kingdom as a GOAT James Kingdom member, and we will definitely say thank you from Brandon and I and all that we do here in GOAT James Kingdom. So if you want to be a participant of this week's contest and have an actual chance to win $100 cash straight from GOAT James Kingdom, go check us out on the GOAT James Kingdom channel. Hit that join membership. You'll see us right there. You'll see all the different tiers to become a member of the channel. And from there, you'll be eligible to be a part of Sunday's show. We'll put the link available to you prior to Sunday's show, so you'll be able to actually join the show with us this Sunday, because we are going to be celebrating our 3rd year anniversary here in GOAT James Kingdom. 3 years ago, April of 2022, Ray and I started GOAT James Kingdom, and we are going to continue doing what we're doing here. So again, check us out this Sunday afternoon, 12 Eastern, right here on GOAT James Kingdom. Also streaming live on FYF and other platforms, like we're going to be on IG, Facebook. That's what we do best. So again, thank you for your support, and we appreciate you guys all the time. No doubt. But let's get back to tonight's program, man. Let's get back to these basketball games, man, because I think if I'm correct, I think the Atlanta game should be somewhere near over here. Let me put these links out here for everybody so that y'all can get attached to the GOAT James Kingdom platform. Again, shout out to everybody who's watching us on IG as well. Peace and blessings to y'all. We do big things there as well. Continually to grow on our platform, and we're going to continue to do what we do best here in GOAT James Kingdom. But we got a crazy playoff scenario, man. First off, let's just get to the idea of the whole idea with Atlanta, right? So Atlanta is trying to make the playoffs, right? Atlanta's right now sitting at the 8th seed, but they can lose their spot if they don't win. But let's take a look and see if they're winning right now. If we take a look at the picture right now, it looks like Atlanta has won. Let me see here. It looks like Atlanta has won. Yeah, it looks like Atlanta has won. So with Atlanta winning, that puts them in a good position to be in the eighth seed. So that means Miami and Chicago is going to be fighting for the 9th and 10th seed. Obviously, Sacramento and Minnesota is going to be fighting for the 9th and 10th seed, as well as both ball clubs do play tonight, right? We already stated how Sacramento is going up against the Clippers, and I believe Dallas is going up against. Let me see again. I forgot what team they were going up against. They're going up against the Toronto Raptors. So so I believe the Dallas Mavericks are holding on to the 9th seed. That's their position, and I think Sacramento is going to have to be the 10th seed. But these are the play-in teams, ladies and gentlemen. These are the teams that are in the play-in. The NBA has made it so smart to give us this right here. The play-in allows us to have at least 20 teams still battling it out at the end of the season to make a spot to fill in the season, a seeding, and it's actually great competition because in reality, these teams have to win 2 games to make the playoffs. So if you're the 9th or 10th seed, you have to win 2 ball games to be able to be the 8th seed. If you're the 7th or 8th seed, all you have to do is win 1 ball game out of 2, and you're going to be either a 7th or 8th seed. But if you're the 9th or 10th seed, you make the playoffs. That means you won 2 extra games. You played 2 extra games and won those 2 extra games to be in the playoffs. So it's not even like the NBA is granting you anything or giving you anything. Like you're earning this on your own. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of dope when you really, 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 really think about it. You see what I'm saying? But the NBA got so much going on because, again, let's break it down to the real crux of the matter, which is the guys who are going to be in the top 8, right? So we already discussed how Atlanta's going to be in the 8th seed. The 7th seed is automatically going to be Orlando in the East, right? And the 6th seed is going to be Detroit, depending on tonight's matchup. Because, again, if the Milwaukee Bucks pull off the victory tonight, then they'll be the 5th seed. And they're up 3 points right now with 15 seconds to go. So with the Bucks winning tonight, they'll be the 5th seed, and you'll have basically the East will be solidified. The East will basically be Cleveland, Boston, New York, Indiana. Then you have Milwaukee. So Indiana and Milwaukee will be the first matchup. The Knicks and the Pacers will be the first matchup. And then you'll have the play-in teams where you'll have hopefully Orlando, Miami, Atlanta, or Chicago facing either Boston or Boston or Cleveland. But the West is what's crazy. Because here, if we look at the West, any one of these 5 teams could be in either the 5th seed or the 8th seed, which is crazy to really think about it, when you really, really think about it. And then you have the Warriors who face the Clippers this Sunday. Again, all of these teams are playing tonight. And all of these teams, it's such a crazy dynamic with the playoffs. It's such a crazy dynamic with the playoffs. We have so many things going on, and I'm going to bring it up here so we can look at the actual playoff tree itself, because the NBA is just crazy. The playoffs are crazy, and we're going to have to really figure this out because there's so much going on in the NBA. So let me share my screen as well here. Let me share this screen here for y'all so y'all can see it as well. Because it's just a crazy scenario. It really is a crazy scenario. So if we look at the East, right, you got the Nuggets and the Clippers, which are 1 game ahead of the Warriors, right? So if the Clippers and the Nuggets win tonight, they hold on to the 4th and 5th seeds, right? Right. But if they lose tonight and the Warriors and the Grizzlies are win, that they obviously jump to 48 wins, and everybody's at 48 and 33. And I believe the Timberwolves play tonight as well. So if they're 48 and 33, we can have a barn burner for Sunday, not knowing who's going to be what. Now, I already know people are already saying that the Warriors are going to whoop the Lakers off of 1 matchup. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, 1 matchup of the Warriors beating the Lakers is enough for everybody to feel like the Warriors are gonna beat everybody. But we really don't know. It really is gonna be a crazy scenario because, again, the Timberwolves are the 8th seed right now, but the Nuggets could be the 8th seed. And they're the 4th seed right now. We know the Lakers are gonna sew up the number 3 seed. And that's what makes all of this crazy when we're talking about the NBA. This is crazy what we're looking at here. Like, this is gonna be a crazy NBA playoffs. And what I really like out of all of this is that what I really want to see is that, to be honest with you, I want to see the Denver Nuggets make the 7th seed. Watch them beat the Rockets. Let the Warriors be the 6th seed, right? Right? And watch the Lakers go through the Nuggets, go through the Warriors, go through the Thunder, and win the NBA championship as they go through Boston. And that would be the most glorious thing ever as a Laker fan and as a LeBron fan. That would be that would be great for everybody right there as a Laker fan. And the parade in Crenshaw, we be celebrating for show and go James Kingdom. Right? But that's the key thing, because like I said, when we're talking about the East and the West, the East we already know solidified. The West is crazy. We know that the Clippers and the Nuggets are not going to be able to pass the Lakers unless the Lakers somehow lose tonight and lose against Sunday. That would be the only way the Lakers can't be the 3rd seed. So Lakers will be the 3rd seed. But who out of these teams will be the 4th and 5th seed? It could be Minnesota. You're right. It could be Minnesota or Memphis versus OKC. And trust me, OKC does not want to see Minnesota. Milwaukee did start 2-9 this year. They did start bad, and they're going to be the number 5 seed. Yeah, I don't think the Grizzlies have any chance against OKC at all. At all. I don't think so at all. But like I said, when we're looking at the way things are going, right? If we really take a look at it, right? Let me bring this up here. If we really take a look at it, right? If we really look at it, right? Let's just, because again, it's the matchups that makes everything crazy, right? Because Minnesota plays tonight, right? Minnesota's playing against Brooklyn. They're gonna win. They go 48-33. Let's just say the Warriors win. They go 48-33, right? The Clippers win tonight. They go 49-32. They stay in their spot. But what if Denver loses? Then Denver's 48-33, right? Who has the tiebreaker in all these scenarios? There's so much stuff that's going on. Because then you have the Clippers versus the Warriors on Sunday night, which can change the whole dynamics there as well. All these teams still play again on Sunday night. So let's just say, okay, so that's the thing. So Memphis wins. If Memphis loses tonight, Memphis goes down to 47-34, right? But if Memphis wins tonight, let's just say Memphis wins tonight, the Timberwolves win tonight, the Warriors win tonight, the Nuggets will be 48-33. All 4 of these teams will be 38-43. I believe the Nuggets will go to the 5th seed, right? And everything still stays the same. But then what happens on Sunday if the Clippers lose versus the Clippers or beat the Clippers? Do they jump to the 5th or 4th seed? Like, it's so many different scenarios that goes on in these playoffs. These are wild and crazy times to be an NBA fan, ladies and gentlemen. This is wild right here. This is wild. And this is all because teams are trying their best to still make it through. And we're not even talking about what Dallas and Sacramento could do because, again, if you're the Grizzlies and you're the Minnesota Timberwolves, you still got to beat the Dallas Mavericks or the Kings to make it in the playoffs. Which I don't have no faith in the Kings or the Mavericks. To be honest with you, the only team that I have faith in that's a 9th, 10th seed is the Miami Heat. I really don't have no faith in no other team. I see it at Atlanta. I see Atlanta losing to Orlando in the play-in and having to go up against my Miami Heat and then beating my Miami Heat, and eventually that's it for my Heat. Season's over with, and the Heat beat Chicago. Oh, man, I can't wait to beat Chicago. Shout out to SB. I can't wait to beat y'all. Knock y'all right out of the play-in with all that nonsense y'all been talking. But these are the matchups that we have so far. And trust me, if the Lakers and the Warriors are in the first round, the NBA is going to love it. The NBA is going to love it. But there's so many things going on. There's so many dynamics right now, ladies and gentlemen, because there's so many teams in the West that can go from the 4th seed all the way to the 8th seed. And we don't know which team is that going to be. Now, the Warriors should win tonight, right? We don't know who's going to win between Memphis and the Denver Nuggets, right? The Minnesota Timberwolves should win tonight, right? The Clippers should win tonight, but it's not a guarantee that they're going to win tonight because we do know that the Clippers are facing the Sacramento Kings, who are trying to just basically stay pushing the pace and making their push for the playoffs, right? Again, some teams have just said, fuck it, we haven't made the playoffs. Let's just rest players, right? I don't believe in that. I think you should play your players. I believe that's the best thing to do is play your players. Why would you not play your players? You can't be afraid of injury. I know people say, well, then somebody gets injured, that's it, blah, blah, blah. Oh, get out of here. LeBron James can pass Reggie Miller and shooting threes today. Oh, the Minister of Defense out here giving us more ammo for the Zesty Jeffries. He just needs 2 3-pointers. Oh, my God. He's going to try to do that in the first quarter so he can rest. That's a fact. Yeah, that's going to be a crazy game. The Clippers and the Warriors game is going to have a lot on the line. It's going to basically determine who's going to be the 4th seed or not, if you really think about it. Isaiah Thomas was hating on LeBron James. I didn't see that one. He usually praises LeBron James. It doesn't matter, man. When we get a lottery pick, Miami get a lottery pick, it don't even matter, bro. They don't never give us the top pick, bro. I think that the highest pick we've gotten was Dwayne Wade. Or was it Caron Butler? No, I think it was Dwayne Wade. Yeah, man, it's about to be on, man. Zesty Jeffries, that. Shit, I need that $100. Y'all lucky. Listen, my wife is even ready to join the fray and join the contest. She was telling me today. She was trying to ask me about shows, and she was bringing up shows that were past the year, and I was telling her she got to find shows within the last year. So, indeed, parade on Crenshaw, bro. Parade on Crenshaw. Parade on Crenshaw, bro. Oh man, if he was hating, that's sad, man. They be hating on LeBron again. These guys can do. It's a different NBA. I don't even know why they be hating so much. Michael Jordan lost playoff series all the time. He'll be all right. Morgan Freeman voice. Shout out to Olo in the building. Peace and blessings, brother. What's good, man? Michael Beasley was the highest draft pick. Well, Michael Beasley was the second pick. I think you're right about that. I think Michael Beasley was the second pick. I think he was. He says, if my wife wins, it's fixed. Nah, man, trust me. She already be messing up because she already don't even know what show. I already told her my wife don't be watching me. I told her if we would talk about the Knicks, she would know every Sunday show. She would never forget a Sunday show. No, my wife is not a Jordan fan. My wife does not like Michael Jordan at all. She's a true Knicks fan. She hates Michael Jordan. No, my family members are. Yes, I got plenty of family members that are true Jordan fans. I mean, true time Jordan fans. My older brother's a big time Kobe guy. All my cousins, they love Michael Jordan. Boy, they love some Michael Jordan. My aunts and them love some Michael Jordan. Yeah, my wife likes Patrick Ewing and the Knicks. That's facts. She's a big time Knicks fan. She's over here watching the Knicks play right now. That's exactly what she's doing. She's watching the Knicks play right now, talking about the Knicks. Let's go back and see what these matchups are looking like here. So let's see here. All right, so the Knicks are up 86-84 with 9 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. My Heat are blowing out the Pelicans by almost 40 in the third quarter. So that's not really helpful for us. Memphis is up in the first quarter versus the Denver Nuggets. So that's a big thing. Minnesota's up versus the Brooklyn Nets. And let's see some of these ending games. So like I said, Atlanta won today. Orlando won today. Atlanta won today. Orlando won today. Milwaukee won today. So Milwaukee do solidify the number 5 seed, as the Pistons will be the 6th seed and face the Knicks. And Boston won tonight. So yeah, again, we got all these games coming up. The Laker game's coming up in about an hour. It's about to be fun. So let me put up the link here and see if y'all want to discuss it. Y'all tell me what y'all think's about to happen, because these going to be some crazy playoff games that are about to come on, and I can't wait, man. The playoffs again. We have to wait for the playoffs because again, we have to do the in season, not the in season tournament, but the play in has to happen. So we have to do the play in first. So the play in games got to go down. Then we can have playoff games. So we got a week for players to rest. That's why I said you shouldn't rest anybody now, because you're gonna have a week to rest players. So there's no need to rest players now. But we know NBA teams are funny. Coaches are funny. They're going to try to do weird things. But again, the Western Conference is up in the air. So many things can happen in the Western Conference. And like I said, if once the Lakers win their 50th victory tonight, all that kind of changes, man. Playoffs are next Saturday. Yeah, we got a whole week. So if you're the top 6 seeds, you don't have to worry about nothing for a whole week. You don't have to worry about nothing. So that's why it's very important for the Lakers to do what they got to do for them to be able to make it happen. So let me let Olo in the building. What's good, Olo? Peace and blessings, brother. What's good?
Hey, what's good, bro? Check out that comment, though.
Which comment? Let me see here. Rockets, pockets, sockets. Lakers in 5, man. That's a fact, man. Let me
Yes, sir.
get OG Takes in here. Shout out to OG Takes, GJK member. Peace and blessings, brother. What's good, man? So before we let OG Takes get his take in, so Olo, what you got? What are your predictions for the playoffs? First of all, who you think's making all the seeds?
All the seeds. Let me see here. All right. All right. So what it's looking like right now, if the playoffs was to start right now without the play-in tournament, it would be Cleveland and the Hawks, Celtics, Magic, Knicks, Pistons, and Pacers, Bucks. Now, I see maybe one upset, and that would obviously be the Pistons and Bucks. I think that is possible. And some people might say two, but well, yeah. Excuse me, Pacers, Bucks. I see an upset there. I think the Bucks might get that one.
You think the Bucks can? I don't know. I think the Pacers are a mismatch for the Bucks. I think the Bucks are not going to be able to handle the Pacers.
Pacers Pacers do seem better.
Yeah, I think the Pacers gonna run them out the gym. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough for the Bucks to win that series. They're gonna need a lot from Giannis, especially without Damian, right? Because Dame's not coming back.
Dame ain't coming back.
So yeah,
with that Pistons and Knicks, I see the Pistons getting them out of there. It depends though. I'll figure that out within the first couple of games, but Pistons might get that one off. So they got to be on the lookout for that one. West, we got Thunder, Timberwolves, Rockets, Grizzlies, Lakers, Warriors. I don't want that matchup, by the way, and Nuggets, Clippers. So I'm gonna need the Grizzlies and the Timberwolves to lock in because I want to see one of them. I don't want to see Golden State in the first round. I don't want to see the babyface assassin.
You don't want to see the light skin special?
No, not in the first round. Maybe
I want to see him whoop them in the first round and all that in the first round. Get him going in the first round. Get him going. Don't give him no momentum. Don't give him no momentum, no nothing. Beat him in the first round, 4-1. Lakers in 5.
Well, it's going to happen either way if they go to the 7th seed because I think the Rockets going to put their foot up their ass.
Yep. So. Steph Curry, Seth Curry, Eddie Curry, Lakers in 5.
I like that one. I like that one.
Yeah. Lakers in 5. Ain't nobody worrying about no Warriors. Bring on everybody. Exactly. Stop being scary. Bring on everybody. Lakers in 5. Lakers in 5. Let's let OG Takes in there. So OG Take, what's good, bro? Thank you for joining us, man. So you can see, man, the playoffs is about to get crazy, bro. What you think, man? What's your predictions for the NBA playoffs, and are you excited about it?
This seems like it's going to be a really exciting playoffs, and I'm not gonna lie. I'm just going to keep up with the Lakers. So let me see if I can make this work. Paleto Bay, San Andre. It's still LA. Lakers in 5. That's how I feel.
Shots fired.
Lakers in 5. I'm telling you, y'all feeling good. I already see in the GOAT James Kingdom show chat poll. We asked y'all how excited are you for the NBA playoffs. So far, we got over 50% saying it's going to be a parade on Crenshaw. Every 35% saying it's really going to be really excited about it. We only got 4% saying they're not too much excited. We got some real basketball fans in here, man. Shout out to all of you who are watching us right on the GOAT James Kingdom channel. Again, y'all go ahead and hit that poll and let me know what y'all think about the playoffs as we are here discussing the wild and crazy NBA season. It is going to continue to get better as the playoffs roll, and we're just going to have fun watching basketball, man. We're going to watch more basketball as GOAT James Kingdom members and his fans here. So, guys, please pay attention to the links and anything we post during the playoffs because we will be watching the games together as well. We'll be having a lot of fun watching them. So it's going to be great, man. It's going to be really, really fun watching the playoffs this year. But again, I'm not worried about the Warriors, but I actually think the Warriors could actually move up. I can see the Nuggets really dropping down to the 7th and 8th spot. So that, I can see that happening. I really can. I really do. I don't think the Nuggets are really in a position to make a push. I can see them losing tonight. And I can see them messing everything up. Like I said, because if all 5 teams, if the Timberwolves, Grizzlies, Warriors, and the Nuggets are all 48 and 33, that's 4 teams. That makes Sunday a very special night again. That's gonna be another great night to watch basketball. So many things.
You think Memphis gonna get them out of there tonight?
Memphis can. They can because Memphis doesn't want to be the 6th seed. I mean, the 7th seed. They don't want to play in the play-in. That's another thing, too. A lot of these teams don't want to play the play-in. A lot of these teams want that week off. Right? So you want to take that time off. You don't want to be that 7th or 8th seed if you're Minnesota or the Grizzlies. You want to have that time off and play a week from now. Yeah, of course. So why not beat them tonight?
But I don't
Is
think
LeBron playing tonight? Oh,
no.
My
So
bad.
far, no, you good. So far,
Go ahead. You
I
good.
heard the Lakers are not sitting anybody. I know Houston's sitting people, but
Oh,
not the Lakers.
okay. That's
Okay,
because
so
I'm
that's
literally
easy.
like, I'm seeing them already talking about this 3-point record he's probably finna break. And it's just like when he was about to break the scoring record. Now all of a sudden, it's not a big deal. They're already talking about how much better of a shooter Reggie Miller is. These aren't 90s fans. They don't care about 90s basketball. These Jordan fans are just trying to protect the legacy of their favorite player so much that they'll discredit literally anything. If this man makes 2 more threes, y'all can cry about it. He's literally going to be at the top of the leaderboards no matter what y'all say.
They're gonna say Jordan played
But
in a more physical era with the college 3-point line.
There's a lie. Yeah, more physical era, which is all lies.
When them threes was open back in them days.
wide open. They left him. They guard him literally like Russell Westbrook. And then the people today that care about, driving, you got to be physical. They say Westbrook is trash because he can't shoot, but he literally does everything else. And it's like, so y'all want him to shoot threes, but you hate the fact that players shoot threes and that team shoot threes?
They can't make up
where's the balance?
They can't make up
They're
their
still
mind.
complaining about Giannis. They're still like, why is Giannis got a jump shot? He has a mid-range. That's not enough. Well, he's still one of the best drivers of the basketball ever.
They don't.
They just need to get the 90s knocked out their mouth for real.
They hypocrites, man.
And they hate the guys who play physical and cause trouble like
Draymond,
Dylan Brooks. They don't like
Go
those guys.
Bear. They hate the defensive player of the year of the decade, even though they say they want to see more defense.
Oh yeah, they hate him.
It's crazy.
Well, the Kimmy Mutombo would never get cooked by Jokic. He would never get cooked by Jokic. Nigga, he got cooked all the time when he went up against high-level center.
Oh, you know what's crazy? Minnesota. The Pistons play Milwaukee again on Sunday.
Oh.
Yeah. But that game's not gonna have no relevancy of any kind. The Heat play against the Wizards, but it don't matter if Chicago wins tonight. Then you have Cleveland versus the Indiana Pacers. That game's not going to matter. Brooklyn and New York's not going to matter. Charlotte and Boston gets to end their season with the Charlotte Hornets back-to-back games. Kind of nonsense.
The players not going to play because they didn't play against the Magic.
Then you got the Orlando Magic versus the Hawks. More than likely, none of those teams are going to play because they're going to be solidified in their spot unless the Hawks need to win. Then you got the Lakers versus the Blazers. Then you got the Warriors and the Clippers, which we all know is going to be a big matchup. Then we have the Timberwolves versus the Jazz. Then you have Dallas and Memphis, and then you have the Rockets and the Nuggets. So the Nuggets are oh wow. So the Nuggets got the Rockets, which are more than likely not going to play anybody that game neither. So the Nuggets might be able to win. So it's that Clipper game and that Warrior game is going to be a big game. Wow. Because the Clippers are going to want to have home court advantage, right? Instead of being the 5th seed, they're going to want to be the 4th seed. So they're going to want to win. Oh, it's going to be. Oh my God, this is about to be crazy.
They got 2 games left. The Clippers do. Them and the Warriors got 2 games left, and the Nuggets only got 1 game after this one, which is against Houston.
This is about to be a crazy NBA season. This is about to go down. This is about to be epic, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be crazy. Wow. We're about to have
Memphis up by 7 right now.
Yeah, Memphis is up by 7 right now.
Yeah.
Damn. This is about to be a wow NBA. Yo, this is about to wow.
Everything's so close together between the 4th seed and all the way down to the 8th seed.
Damn. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, if you have not been excited about this past NBA season, this 2024-2025 season, you're not a real basketball fan, bro. You don't like the game. You don't appreciate the game. You don't deserve to be a fan of the game. You are just the worst of the worst, bro. There's been so many stuff that we could talk about. The beginning of the season, we were talking about Paul George and how that was going to be working for them, how that would work there. There was just talk about Wemby's second season, right? Let's not forget Wemby's growth going into that. Just so many different story headlines going into the season. The Darvin Ham being the assistant coach and how Milwaukee would turn their season around now that they have Doc Rivers for off
Fuck
season.
Darvin scam.
But I'm just saying all of that. JJ Redick being a podcaster, how that would work. I mean, all of that becomes into a factor. What's hand checking? Hand checking is a rule that existed in the NBA since its inception, and Zesty Jeffries don't know how to talk defense.
Yeah.
This is one of the greatest. I can't remember the last time we had playoff seeding and this many different teams that you can say have a chance. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, like I said, if we really get back to the crux of all of this, even in the East, I mean, are we really just thinking it's going to be Boston and Cleveland all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals? Is that what everybody feels as well? Do anybody feel anybody could threaten Cleveland and Boston in a matchup? I think if my Miami Heat end up in the playoffs, there could be trouble, but I don't see us getting as far as. Well, I mean, can we beat Cleveland in the first round? No, I don't think we could beat Cleveland in the first round. If we do that, that would be phenomenal. That would definitely make my playoffs. Yeah, what Udoka did with the Rockets again. There was so many storylines we didn't know. We didn't know how Memphis would be in return with Ja Morant. So many different things, man.
I told people what you made your duck was gonna do in Houston. I told them.
Oh yeah, he's really good. He's a real good coach, man.
Especially defensively.
Yeah, and all these turnarounds with the NBA now, all the way. I mean, this again, the NBA has just been brilliant this year, and just for those who thought that the NBA was losing ratings and nobody was paying no attention, clearly people are paying attention to the NBA. Clearly, people are paying attention to the NBA. It's clear as day. They just had a tragedy in baseball the other day. No one's talking about it.
What happened?
A bunch of baseball players. I guess I can say it because I don't know why people say I'm saying unalive, but I guess they died.
What?
In Dominican Republic, a roof fell in a club in Dominican Republic. A whole roof collapsed in a nightclub in Dominican Republic.
Oh, I did see one of the veterans died.
Yeah, and there was like 2 or 3 baseball players there from the Dominican Republic that passed away involved in that. You don't hear nobody say nothing about that. We're talking about professional athletes. Yeah, a ceiling collapsed in a nightclub. Yeah. So rest in peace to the baseball players. Not to be insensitive towards the people who lost family members, because I believe like 60 plus people died.
Oh my God.
Yeah, the whole entire roof collapsed, bro. The whole roof collapsed in a nightclub.
Everybody in the club died.
Yeah, it was crazy. Everybody in the club, but basically mostly everybody. They still pulling out rubble now. Again, yeah, the whole roof collapsed. Yeah, crazy. So, but again, the NBA got the headlines, the attention. People were worrying about Luka Doncic's first game back. And where was everybody saying all this stuff about Anthony Davis, bro? Where was Anthony Davis at last night?
Yeah. What was them 13 points and 11 rebounds? My guy had 45.
Bro, they are hilarious, bro. They are completely hilarious. They are the worst of the worst.
Ajani, check this out. The two-way player. AD's a two-way player. That's why he's better.
Yeah, all that two-way player nonsense. No one want to hear that shit. I can tell y'all, if you ain't force-feeding Anthony Davis, look, now it's Kyrie. Kyrie was supposed to change something for Anthony Davis.
Yeah, Kyrie ain't changing shit.
Yeah, these players always need help for the wrong things too. Y'all never use the right things. You say Bron had AD on lockdown. Man, that is wild and crazy, man. But again, the NBA playoffs is it is what it is, man. And if you're not out here enjoying the playoffs, which is what I expect y'all to be doing tonight, I don't expect y'all to be actually having fun with me tonight. Y'all should be out there watching the NBA games, man. That is for sure, man. Shout out to New World who's in the building. Adina Davis. Exactly. Kyrie's a bucket getter.
He ain't no facilitator. That's right. Face of the league. He ain't got what Luka got.
Exactly. It's hard. It's hard to get them buckets when Coach James ain't feeding you. That's motherfucking right. And we heard LeBron James speak about Anthony Davis in code names and in code words, basically saying how Anthony Davis just stands around on defense. how he has to be fed on offense, and you have to cater towards him. Again, I keep telling y'all all these are things that I said about Anthony Davis, and I've been saying it for over a year now, and now all of a sudden everybody's saying it.
No playmaker whatsoever.
None at all, man. None at all, man. So, like I said, again, this is what the NBA season should be about. It should be about great games. You guys should be at home watching them, being involved with everything that goes on with an NBA game. And if somebody's team should be playing tonight, shoot. In a minute, I'm about to set this up for Go James Kingdom members for us to watch the Laker game tonight, even though it's going to be a blowout. But just to watch LeBron James pass Reggie Miller bum behind. All those.
You talking about the one that's better than Paul George?
Bro, they be lying all the time, and that's what makes it so funny that they be lying. That they make you have to go back and get footage. And like I said, this is why Go James Kingdom was created, because it's like, yo, they want you to prove everything, and they can't prove nothing. They can never prove what they be saying. They can never prove it.
They said that's disrespectful to Reggie Miller, man.
Well, yeah, listen, hey, Adrian Knight, if the Mavs are not playing for anything, they can't do nothing about it, because they are guaranteed to at least be the 10th seed. It's guaranteed. There's no outside of this. All these teams that we bringing up here, they're guaranteed to be in the play-in, for a fact. So they're gonna have to. If they want to lose, they can lose. That's fine with them. We know that they're not trying to win. We know they're not trying to win if you make Anthony Davis your best player.
But the Mavericks won the trade, though, right? Yeah.
Yeah. SGA, GTA, Chick-fil-A, Lakers in 5.
That's a great one.
Yeah, man. It's all day, man. Yeah, the 76ers were really supposed to be a threat in the East this year. They really was. I wish, you know what? I should have brought that up. I should have brought my old predictions to what was gonna happen, who were gonna be the teams. I did not have Houston making the playoffs. I didn't think they were going to be that good. I did think the Memphis Grizzlies were going to be a good team. I didn't think the Warriors were going to be that good. Did I have the Warriors in there? Maybe I did have. I don't know. Maybe I didn't have the Warriors in there. I didn't think so. I didn't think I had the Warriors in there neither. But again, the Warriors wouldn't have been in there if they didn't make the trade for the Jimmy Butler. Which again, if the Miami Heat would have been smart, kept Jimmy Butler, he wouldn't have been available for them. So many things could happen in the NBA season, man. So, oh my God, that's why the NBA is crazy, bro. That's crazy. That is just wild, bro. The NBA is wild. Yeah, the Rockets stuck up and got a good coach, all because Udoka, whatever his name is, Ime Udoka couldn't keep his thing in his pants. Oh wow, the Knicks are about to lose. They're down 106-102. My wife must be upset right now. I can't talk to her right now. She's not going to want to listen to me. Minnesota is winning versus Brooklyn. The Nuggets are up. The Nuggets are down. They're down 15 points, 55-40 in the second quarter. The Warriors should win tonight. There's no way the Warriors lose tonight. That would be phenomenal to watch them lose, so everybody can see how horrible a team they are. But they should lose tonight for sure. For sure. Oh man, how lucky was Boston to get Charlotte Hornets back-to-back games to end the season? They must have saw that on the schedule and said, "Oh yeah, we got the last week of the season off for sure." For sure. But anyways, I want to give a shout out to everybody who's watching us on Instagram. Shout out to all the Instagram folks, man. Again, we appreciate you guys supporting us and doing what you do on Instagram as we continue to grow our platform. All you cowards, though, on Instagram, though, that always send us DMs and shit like that and be wanting us to argue with you in the DMs, you a coward, man. You should step up to the plate and come here and have a conversation. Always want to send us DM and private messages. That's why I respect TikTokers, because TikTokers will easily tell you step up to the plate. Like last night, I was on TikTok, and as soon as they saw me join their live, they was like, man, we got to let Go James Kingdom come up here and cook. And I got on there, and come to find out, he was a big-time Kobe fan. He had Kobe in front of LeBron. Had to cook him for that. But all you Instagrammers DMing us, stay in them DMs, safe in the DMs, bro. That's why I told y'all as zesty as they get, being other men's DMs, complaining about other men. That's as zesty as they get. So shout out to y'all, man. We're going to end the stream over there because it doesn't last longer than an hour on IG. We're good with y'all. We don't need y'all contaminating our GOAT James Kingdom fan base, anyways.
I need you to cook Ticket again. That's what I want.
Ticket. Nah, Ticket is. Nah, man. Ticket done changed his whole content. He don't even talk about basketball no more after stepping up to the plate versus me. It's a wrap.
Damn, you made that man change his whole content thing.
He been talking about P Diddy and and Jamie Foxx and shit. That's all he been talking about.
That's what happens when you don't watch ball. You ain't
They
got
never
nothing else
did.
to say.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Let's hope Ticket's all right. He might have been in that Dominican strip club that had the roof collapse. Let me stop. I'm not supposed to do that. My bad, man. There's been a couple of people that passed. There's several people who passed away. My apologies. I didn't mean that one. Let me take that one back.
John, remember you said he's in his Dominican apartment.
Yeah, he's in the
Dominican strip club.
He's in a Dominican strip club in the basement. He's in a Dominican basement talking his shit.
Hey, if you kept going there, hey John, if you'd kept going there with him, he was gonna brag about his 6 houses that he said he got.
He probably do in Dominican Republic. Them shits only cost $20,000 to build a piece. Them shits. Yeah, I don't get nobody care about what you're doing in Dominican Republic, bro. Enjoy your life over there, bro.
And his 20 jet skis and his 24 wheelers and Bentleys and things.
That's where you moved to when you was the middle class in America at one point, because the middle class is disappearing in America, completely gone. And when you don't want to be a part of the poor folks in America, you go move to Costa Rica or Dominican Republic. That's where you go. That way your money lasts longer because it's cheap as hell to live over there. Buy some land and live in peace. I don't blame you. I would do that shit. If I had a couple $1 million on my name, I would do that shit.
Hell yeah.
I don't blame him. Shit. Cricket TV, that's right. Cricket TV. That's what I call them. Cricket TV. When it's time to talk basketball, it ain't nothing but crickets. He ain't gonna say nothing productive.
Cricket, Boost Mobile, Metro PCS, Lakers in 5.
Lakers in 5. Damn, man, this is gonna be great. It looks like I'm gonna have to end tonight's show, man. Y'all believe this, man? I really don't have no Zesty Jeffrey challenges, man. This is great. It really took.
They don't want it.
It really took 3 years to get to this.
Before you end the show, could I debunk just one more narrative? Because my goodness,
we're not gonna
complain about everything.
We're not gonna end the show no time. So I'm chilling, bro. We're not gonna end the show no time.
Oh, okay. I just like if you all have noticed, because I mean, obviously they started with saying, "Oh, the defense is soft," and now they're shooting too many threes. But like I've seen recently, just an uproar of comments on YouTube, Instagram, and just complaining about traveling and carrying, which is just mind-boggling to me. Because there was this one rookie that came into the league traveling and carrying, and he barbecued Mike, and they loved him, but they didn't. I don't see how they don't see that. Allen Iverson, they had to change the rules. So how was he able to scoop and dupe the ball like that? And they're just like, oh, that's good basketball. But what they see today is just too far beyond comprehension. It's just, players just getting away with shit. Like, it's just that hypocrisy because nobody is literally carrying the ball as egregiously as what literally made them have to change the rules in AI.
Well, yeah, and not just AI, Tim Hardaway as well. Tim Hardaway was somebody that they said that, but it was even before them. Even guys with like Tiny Ultra Ball, Pistol Pete Maravich,
Jordan himself. Jordan played a lot.
Dr. J.
Yeah. Again, listen. After the NBA ABA merger, and a little bit before the NBA ABA merger, they laxed on certain rules because they saw how popular the ABA became with Dr. J, and the freestyle basketball that they played over there. And again, the league just always just adjusted to allow for better ball handling, and it doesn't hurt the league, man. It's not like these guys are basically taking 5-6 steps. I know they show stupid highlights and clips of referees not calling stuff, and yeah, they don't call the game perfect to the T, bro. They don't call it perfect to the T.
They never did.
They never did. They never called the game perfect to a T. So stop complaining. The 90s was the same way as well. You guys just love to complain. Again, I don't get it, man. It must be an American thing. You guys love to complain. I don't. And I'm not gonna say it's basketball because people don't do this with football. People don't do this with baseball. They don't complain. All you guys do is complain and whine all the time as basketball fans. It don't make no sense.
I can see through the bullshit. If LeBron had retired 10 years ago, you wouldn't hear some of this shit you hear now. I guarantee you.
They would have just been happy.
I'm glad he didn't though, because man, these last 10 years he's given us is something special. Like it's special. If he would have retired after 2016, it would have been like, oh, that, you know what I'm saying? Like it'd have been okay, and that would have been before 15 years. Like nah, bro. Like I'm glad he gave us all these years. I'm glad he gave us the 40,000 points, the 30, 10, and 10, the 38,000 all time record, the 2020 season, all of that stuff. Just like man, man, I'm glad I was able to witness LeBron James' career. I'm sorry, bro. I'm glad I was able to witness this shit, bro.
But Johnny, it's clear as day. Every time the interviewers ask, even the NBA players, man, how is LeBron is able to play this long at 40 years old? They be like, man, I don't know. I don't know how he does it. I'm telling you, it's because this nigga is still dominating at 40 years old and he at 22. So they wanna diminish the league, like, oh, he's only dominating because they don't play no defense and all this stuff. Shaq even does it on the inside the NBA. Well, I think it was that time when LeBron dropped 40 against the Portland Trailblazers or something like that. They said Shaq. I can't think Candace Parker. Shaq, how do you feel about LeBron's 40? Well, when you do it against no, it's the Rockets. When you do it against the YMCA defense, that's what's gonna happen. Yeah, so that's what it is. They just because he's been
Yeah,
dominating for so long that they're gonna
yeah.
diminish it.
Yeah, exactly. But when Joker and Curry do it, they never mention the defense. Then it's just them being great. But we
Yeah.
got Herm in the building. Shout out to Hollywood, Herm, your boys, the Memphis Grizzlies, out here trying to shake up the playoffs right now, as they out here giving the Denver Nuggets the business. And if they continue to do this, man, we're gonna have a great Sunday of basketball, man. What do you think of this crazy, wild NBA season?
I mean, that's not surprising. I think it is going to come down to the last game of the season to determine the seedings. I think I'm not surprised by it at all. But at the end of the day, I understand where my team at. The Grizzlies are first round exit. End of the day, we got talent, but our IQ is at an all time low. We shoot ourselves in the foot every time we basically lose. My best player don't value the defensive side of the ball, despite of his greatness and talent. He still don't value that. So, with that being said, guards will be able to get what they want when they want, no matter who they are. That's our selling. But yeah, they gonna shake it up. I mean, but before their playoff success, they first round exits, to be honest. As far as what y'all was talking about, for as people have their comments on the league, it starts with the players though, the current and former players. But the thing with them, they got a war with each other because niggas that played in any era gonna believe that they could be dominant in any era that they in. They gonna believe that their era was the best regardless. So you always gonna have that back and forth. Hell, if niggas pay attention, Draymond Green and Baron Davis were arguing who would win 1-on-1. And Baron Davis basically told him, man, little boy, yeah, I'll post your ass up and little boy you. You know what I'm saying? So it always gonna be them niggas go look at it like nigga, we was this, y'all are that. Man, and it always gonna be that back and forth and that competitive from a competitive standpoint. That's how it was always gonna be. But niggas like Baron Davis could be great in this league. I mean, it's certain niggas in any era that could play in any era. I don't give a damn who it is. LeBron could play in any era. Jordan could play in any era. Magic Johnson could. Jerry West could. Kareem could. Certain niggas could translate in any era. It don't matter who they are. So niggas got to understand that aspect of it. First, Shaq could. Shaq could play in the era, end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Despite his jealousy mainly come from why the fuck I ain't get paid the way these niggas getting paid. That's how he feel, and he seeing niggas like Rudy Gobert.
Yep.
But Shaq admitted that he can't play in this era. Shaq said he'd just be fouling Steph Curry. So if he's out the game in the first quarter, what good does that do? He can't play in this era.
I think he meant defensively though. Offensively, he could definitely dominate though.
Nah, you can't
But that's half the game.
No, Shaq believes he can play in today's NBA. Shaq believes he can play in this NBA. Yeah. Shaq believes.
Yeah. While just fouling the best players. That's what he said, though.
Yeah, he doesn't think fouling means he can't play. He thinks that's a part of the game. He'll just foul you. Yeah, he thinks he'll foul you. That's it.
All right, sixth time.
But you got to understand.
Shaq will be good for 6 possessions in the modern NBA.
Nah, but Shaq go sit a lot of niggas on the bench, so that's gonna change rosters.
Yeah,
If I know I'm
yeah,
a contender team, they gotta compete against Shaq. I gotta have 3 centers on the roster because if I don't,
yep.
Shaq go
Hell
eat
no.
all
Why would
damn
you do
day.
that?
To
Why would you
They
do all
for
that?
always
Shaq.
did
For
that.
Shaq.
They
What you
always
mean?
did that. They
Bro,
always
the
did
defense
that,
is
bro.
different. They could do. They
Nah,
could front
but you
and
trying to
behind.
say
They didn't do that shit
nah,
back then.
but see, this how I know you don't know the game because Jokic is a defensive liability to this day. Why I think Mike Malone got fired because he calling him out all the time, basically telling Jokic, nigga, you gotta do better on defense. Jokic
Yeah,
get
Jokic
killed
didn't
every
say
now
he's
and
just gonna
then.
hack players today.
It's
Jokic
not
didn't
taking
just say he's gonna hack.
it's not taking away
So that
from
is
Jokic's
different.
greatness.
That's not why
It's
Malone got.
Jokic
That's
tries to
not.
play defense.
That's not why Malone got
Shaq
fired.
tried. I
But
mean,
yeah,
Shaq tried to. I mean, and they been wanting to fire him alone because of the front office and him being into it before the offseason. It was up to the front office, and when they weren't worried about the publicity, they would have fired him before the season started. Nigga understand that, but at the same time, he did piss off a lot of the players too. At the same time,
yeah, it
he
wasn't
did.
Jokic and them. No,
But
it was the
but
young
you know
nigga.
what though? But I do want to touch on something Herm talked about the money stuff, right? Because not only do some of these players are upset about how much money these players are making, right? But another thing is that because these NBA players are making so much money, they're not even in the same circle as these veterans. You know, like they don't bump into each other. Like there's only some of these veterans that have enough cachet and enough money to be in certain spots with some of these NBA stars, right? Because these dudes really make tens of millions of dollars a year, right? A former NBA player, there's not too many former NBA players still making tens of $millions a year. So they barely bump into each other's path in certain areas and certain functions and things of that nature, especially with today's players. They're just different, right? So that's I think that's another disconnect between the older players and today's players is the fact that, yeah, not only do they not see eye to eye due to the money that they're making, but again, they're not even in the same spots to even chill with one another and get to know each other personally outside of the game and just talk to a dude because you saw him at a bar, or you saw him at a casino. Like I remember, I went to a casino in the Bahamas once, bro, and I did that for a cruise. But I bumped into a lot of ex athletes in there. I bumped into Charles Oakley in that casino that night, which was crazy as well. But that's what I thought about to myself about how these dudes there's just certain areas, certain places that they'll function around one another, so they could bump into one another. But as the generations, as the generation gap widens, and also their money widens, you're not going to see players from old time and players of today getting together and having drinks and chilling and stuff like that too. So that's a big disconnect as well. But I mean, it is what it is. But there's no way anybody who likes the game today, Herm, could say that this is like bad for entertainment. This is good basketball, bro. We're watching some great basketball, bro. This is some good stuff that's going on, especially at the end of the season. When was the last time we've been this invested at the end of the season on what's going on?
Probably 2007.
Mm.
When you had like a 7 game difference between the first and the last seed, and you had to win 50 plus games just to make the playoffs. It was like around 2007, 2008. That was the last time you had questions of who gonna play who in the playoffs because you didn't know who was gonna get seeded. You didn't know what was gonna happen. And some niggas were separated by games because 07, 08, the Warriors missed the playoffs and they won 49 games. You know what I'm saying? So it's on that level, but it's not better than that year. But it's on that level though for between 4 and 7 basically, and you don't know which one gonna come out on top. Big game tonight for the Clippers when they go against the Kings. I think the Kings gonna upset the Clippers tonight. Gonna make Sunday even more interesting.
Ooh, oh my God, Herm! If that happens, Herm, you know how crazy Sunday gonna be, Herm. If that happens,
Yeah,
oh my God.
yeah, that's what I think going to happen, honestly. So we gonna see some crazy shit on Sunday, y'all. Might as well get prepared for it. Now this the type of shit that I been waiting to see. So it's gonna work up in my advantage standpoint of what I've been wanting to see. Dramatic niggas playing hard, niggas giving their all, because certain niggas gotta avoid certain niggas, and a lot of these teams don't want to be in the play-in situation. Golden State can't afford to be in the play-in situation. You don't want to be in that situation. Memphis most definitely want to avoid it. Minnesota do as well. So the Clippers most definitely do, because hell, you don't know how many games you're gonna get out of Kawhi Leonard. So if I am gonna lose, I'd rather lose them in the playoffs than lose them in the damn play-in. So They trying to most definitely avoid it. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting, especially if the Clippers fuck around and drop this game, because the Kings got some shit to play for too. So end of
So,
the day,
so
the
it makes
Kings.
you believe in that, Herm? You believe in teams trying to set up a spot to avoid certain teams or
Yeah,
to make
most
you believe
definitely.
in that?
But here's the crazy part about it, though. It's interesting, though, between the Clippers, Warriors, Timberwolves, Grizzlies, and the Nuggets. They don't want to be in the play-in, so it's gonna
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. They
it's
don't
gonna
want to
make
be in
it
the play-in.
interesting. But
Yep.
they still at the
hmm
same time don't want to deal with certain teams, but they still want to avoid that play-in. So, but it's kind of hard because all of them got identical records, so they really
Yep.
can't they really can't play to try to see who they go face. Because you don't want to be in that play-in weekend. Cause anything can happen in the play-in.
Yeah, you
Anything.
know, anything can happen in the play-in. So again, we all know it's going to be the Sacramento Kings and the Dallas Mavericks as the ninth and 10th seed. Whichever one's the ninth and 10th seed don't matter. They're gonna go up against one another, and whichever one of those two wins, they're gonna go up against either the winner of whoever's the seventh and eighth seed. Which again, it could be any one of these teams, right? Any one of these teams right now. We know the Denver Nuggets sitting at number 4, but they can go from number 4 all the way to the eighth seed. That you know what I'm saying. So like everything Herm is saying, like it makes it so much fun because we all want to see. Because not only are the like Herm said, some of these teams are paying attention to what matchup they can have. As fans, we all can't wait to see the matchups. We all want to see Warriors Lakers. We all want to see Timberwolves OKC. Oh my God, that would be so great for the playoffs.
I'm gonna tell you what I really want to see too, cause that way you can get both of these fan bases to shut the hell up of what they go do to each other. Want to see the Lakers? Want to see the Lakers Clippers in the first round, man. Want to see the Clippers in the
Yeah,
Lakers first
yeah.
round? Get
That
that
would be
shit out the
great.
way.
That would be great. That would be great. That would the Battle of LA. That would be great. Kawhi Leonard healthy too. What? That would be
Yep.
phenomenal. Oh, that would be
Yeah,
great.
yeah, Johnny, give me heard after game 2 Kawhi over the babyface assassin.
Yeah, damn. He might not get hurt for LeBron though. He
and,
may try to fight through that
He
series.
might. He
and,
might. He might fight through it. He might fight
and,
through it against the
and
Lakers.
and give me cheesecake over teammates James Harden.
Because
Thank you.
because because end of the day, that's the Clippers championship. So I think Kawhi will fight through that series. Now after that series, I don't know. But for that series, I think his ass will play for them.
Cheesecake over teammates. Lakers in 5.
Titties over Titans gonna show up though. Titties over Titans gonna show up though.
Oh, it's gonna be great, man. It's gonna be great, man. That's why we told y'all, man. For all you Zesty Jeffries, the NBA is doing just fine without y'all.
Get off me! Y'all ain't nothing without me. I made your asses. You can't fire me. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Y'all can't do me like this. You ungrateful son of a bitches.
Oh man, it's gonna be so great. I can't wait for these playoffs, man. This is gonna be incredible, man. So the Lakers are gonna definitely be the third seed. So, man, oh, this is gonna be crazy. The Lakers better not cough this up tonight. They better not. They better not.
If I'm the Clippers, you gotta win. That way you ain't gotta work. You know you clinched a spot not to be in the play-in, so you gotta win tonight. So
Yeah,
they
yeah,
they,
yeah. You
they
got to
need to
win
come with
tonight.
it. Cause Denver owned the Clippers, so I don't give a damn what happened. The Nuggets made bring Jamal Murray out of nowhere somehow. So if you the Clippers, man, avoid that matchup, man. Avoid that.
Yeah, that's the main thing that I was discussing. I stated that before about how these teams really don't want to be in the play-in, even though it's only going to be Dallas, and what was Dallas and Sacramento. You just never know. You know, Sacramento does have a good squad because they got Zach LaVine and DeMar Rosen, right? So it's like they're not a team you want to
Oh,
you
and they
know,
got Sabonis. Sabonis may fuck
and
around, get a
Sabonis.
triple double on you. He may get a
Yeah.
triple double on you. So
Oh
shit.
my God, the Cavs won tonight. Look at that! Shout out to the Cavs, man. Damn, my wife's upset.
The King. That's easy for the Kings. That's easy for the Kings.
Now I don't see how the Mavericks could do anything special here.
Wait, hold
Um,
up. They got the two-way player Anthony Davis. Yeah. Wait a minute, the Mavericks gonna win.
They're not gonna win a damn thing, bro. They're not gonna win a damn thing, man. It's a wrap for them, bro. They're not gonna win a damn thing, man. It's over for them brothers, man. For real, man. Shit, man. Fuck that, man. And matter of fact, with that being said, I might end tonight's program because again, I want to watch basketball tonight, just like everybody else get a chance to watch basketball. And I just wanted to see what y'all thoughts was on today's wild, NBA schedule and how, just so many things could just happen, man. So many different scenarios. Again, we know that the play-in teams are going to be the play-in teams. It's going to be Miami and Chicago in the East. It's going to be Sacramento and Dallas in the West. Then from there, the West is crazy. We already know the 1 and 2 seeds are solidified in both conferences. OKC and Cleveland will be number 1 seeds, have playoff home court advantage throughout their conference matchups. Then you have the second seeds, which are basically Houston and Boston. But then the third seed now we know is going to be New York because even though they lost tonight, Indiana lost tonight. So Indiana will still be the 4th seed. The Knicks will be the 3rd seed. So then Milwaukee will be the 5th seed, and then the Detroit will be the 6th seed. So that will be your Eastern Conference teams for the top 6 seeds. The Lakers with a win tonight would guarantee a third seed. They should win tonight due to the fact that Houston's not playing anybody tonight. Basically, everybody from Houston is not playing tonight in their starting lineup. They're not playing nobody. And then we obviously have the Nuggets, the Clippers, the Warriors, Minnesota and Memphis all playing tonight. They're all battling for the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th seeds. This is crazy how the Eastern Conference and how the Western Conference is playing out because, again, we know the Eastern Conference is already solidified. Orlando's the 7th seed. Atlanta's the 8th seed. So it's all about the West. We don't know who's going to be from 4 to 8 in the West, and it all starts with tonight's matchups, which is I can't wait to watch because the Warrior game is about to start soon. So we definitely going to get a chance to watch that. If you're a GJK member, y'all put some flames in the comments if y'all want to watch the games and set up a lobby here and we can watch the Laker game, watch LeBron James break the record. If not, we'll just enjoy our evening and enjoy our Friday nights because it is a beautiful night here in South Florida. Hopefully it's a beautiful night wherever you're at in the globe, watching us right here on GOAT James Kingdom. You guys know what I do best. This is the Friday Night Exposure with the Exposer. Olo, you got any last takes before I let you go, brother?
Like I said before, Rockets, Pockets, Sockets, Lakers and Vibe.
Indeed, man. Shout out to you. OG Takes, you got any last takes before we get up out of here? You got to unmute yourself, brother.
Lakers in 5. That's it. Have a great night, y'all.
Lakers in 5. Shout out to you, OG Takes, man. Go James Kingdom member. Shout out to you, Olo, as well, man. Appreciate you, gentlemen, man. It's always great having you guys on, man, supporting what we do here in GJK. It's always a wonderful feeling to do what we do here in GOAT James Kingdom. Like I told you guys, I'm Ajani, the Exposer. Tonight's show was a great show about the playoffs and how the playoffs would come about. But again, if you love the Friday Night Exposure with the Exposer, all you got to do is check us out right here on the GOAT James Kingdom platform, where Brandon and I basically have set up a platform just for GOAT James fans to talk the game of basketball because we're tired of Zesty Jeffrey Lies. And obviously, we are multi-streaming on FYF Sports Debate, so make sure that you check out FYF Sports Debate. You hit both channels. Definitely subscribe to both channels. Hit the like button and definitely make sure you hit the ring notification so that you know when we go live. We're also available on Playback TV. We're available on Facebook, TikTok, Discord, Instagram, Twitter. Again, this is the GOAT James Kingdom platform. I'm Ajani, the Exposer. This is the Friday Night Exposure with the Exposer. You guys know to check us out every Sunday noon Eastern time for the GOAT James Kingdom show, where we talk about the GOAT of basketball, LeBron James, and obviously basketball in general. We'll be talking more about what happens tonight on Sunday's show, but also we are going to be celebrating our 3rd year anniversary. It would officially be our 3rd year. April 13th of 2022 is when we started GOAT James Kingdom, and it'll be April 13th of 2025 that this show will appear. We will have a special show and contest for any GOAT James Kingdom member who can basically debate why they had their favorite show, a Sunday show for GOAT James Kingdom, and you can use any clips, highlights, show title, whatever you want. And again, the winner of this particular contest will win $100 cash prize right off the GOAT James Kingdom channel for being a member and supporting what Brandon and I do. So again, if you want to become a member of our channel, all you got to do is go to our page, hit that join tab. You'll see all the different tiers for becoming a member of the channel. Once you become a member, reach out to Brandon and I at goatjameskingdom@gmail.com or goatjameskingdomshow@gmail.com. And that way, Brandon and I will reach out to you and we'll definitely say what's up. But like I told y'all, this tonight's show was the Friday Night Exposure with the Exposer. We were talking about the game of basketball, the wild NBA season, the wild NBA night. There's going to be some games going on. We're going to watch the Laker game as well. So enjoy that. Also, tomorrow night, don't be afraid to check out the Radar Show with Brandon, Travis, and John. I chose tomorrow's topic, so you pay attention for tomorrow's topic. You guys should love it. Again, that is the Radar right here on the GOAT James Kingdom channel or on the Radar podcast. You guys definitely check out tomorrow's show. It should be live 7 p.m. Eastern, but more than likely it'll be about 9 p.m. Eastern. But hit that ring notification so that you know exactly when GOAT James Kingdom go live. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, we are the GOAT James Kingdom platform. We are the best place to watch the game of basketball. If you like basketball, definitely join us on Playback TV. As the NBA season winds down, so we're not going to be able to do too many games during the playoffs because most NBA games during the playoffs will be on live television. But the nights that they do have games on the League Pass, we'll definitely be doing NBA games. So definitely check us out on Playback TV as well.
Welcome to GOAT James Kingdom, where basketball lives forever. Here in GOAT James Kingdom, we not only talk the game of basketball, we actually watch it. And by becoming a member of GOAT James Kingdom, you'll have access to watch the games with us right here on Playback TV/GOAT James Kingdom. All GOAT James Kingdom members will have access to watch the games with us, especially when the Los Angeles Lakers face anyone in the NBA. Also, we'll be going live with other games and other streams regarding the basketball. If you like the content here in GOAT James Kingdom, please hit that like button, comment, become a subscriber to the channel, and also don't forget to become a member of GOAT James Kingdom.
Indeed, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me on this wonderful Friday night. As the Friday Night Exposure with the Exposer shall be ending here. Again, I am looking for a 20v1, so if you know any Zesty Jeffries or any Michael Jordan fans or anybody who doesn't think LeBron's the GOAT and want to have this debate, anybody who has a platform in which they allow for open panel guests to show up, let me know about it because, again, I do want my 20v1.
Sorry, bro. I'm the type of nigga stand on business, nigga. One man arm against 50, nigga.
Manny, bring me everyone. What do you mean everyone?
Everyone!
And if you can find them, remember, there's always going to be a place for them that's going to secure their legacy here in GOAT James Kingdom, and that is called Zesty Jeffrey Cemetery.
Welcome to Zesty Jeffrey Cemetery, where we have identified, marked, and cataloged all Zesty Jeffries for their final resting spot. No longer will you hear Zesty Jeffrey logic like 6-0 and the toughest era ever. This is where all of that ends, right here at Zesty Jeffrey Cemetery. Subscribe to the GOAT James Kingdom channel and also check out the GOAT James Kingdom membership.
All right, let me stop messing with you, Zesty Jeffries, man. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all evening. Peace and blessings from the GOAT James Kingdom channel. I'm Ajani, the Exposer.
You have now been exposed by the Exposer.
I'll see y'all Sunday.
If you're a basketball fan and you're tired of basketball shows that talk about fake narratives and using non-basketball terms like killer instinct, playoff translation, gravity, come to GOAT James Kingdom.
Welcome to GOAT James Kingdom, where basketball lives forever. You get to enjoy BB and Ajani talk basketball every Sunday noon Eastern time right here on the GOAT James Kingdom channel. Support by subscribing and also check out the membership at GOAT James Kingdom.
Malika, can I take a moment?
It's all yours.
Flowers? Thank you, Adam Silver. The play-in tournament has been the best thing that has happened to the NBA in the last 10 years. Right? Think about it. at these moments, especially when I was playing, this was a dead period. Like, no one cared. Guys were resting. Guys were planning trips to go to Cancun. Now, all of a sudden, we're here, and we still don't know what's going to happen in the Western Conference. Now we're here, and over the last month or so, guys have been playing playoff basketball. The Warriors have been in the playoffs since they got Jimmy Butler, to be honest with you. So it's nothing new. And when I think about the Warriors and I think about how they're playing, they only can control what they can control. That's getting the win against Portland, handling their business tonight, and getting another must-win Sunday against the Clippers, which is going to be a brawl for it all. But if they get in that 6th seed, the Lakers are in trouble because the Warriors will beat them. But again, shout out to Adam Silver, best commissioner in sports. The addition of the play-in tournament has been beautiful and the best thing that happened to the game of basketball.